21-year-old Jordan Spieth looks like the player to beat in the Masters. He opened with an 8 under 64, making a serious run at the major championship scoring record. He'll tee off at 9:57 this morning. Rory McIlroy is tied for 18th. He's in the 1:48 p.m. group today. Tiger Woods is tied for 41st. He tees off at 10:30 a.m., so we should know by early afternoon if he's sticking around for the weekend. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, April 10th. It is 6:30. I'm Jessica Dill here with meteorologist Tim Strong. I would like to see Tiger stick around for the weekend.
I think he will.
You think he will?
Yeah, only one over.
Well, we'll see how this. So much changes from day to day. You know, Jordan is up there first now, but we'll see what happens by this weekend.
A lot of guys on fire,
I know,
sure.
For sure is right.
5 to 8 under. That's impressive.
Fortunately, maybe the rain will hold out a little bit until later.
It'll pose a threat late this afternoon, evening, really towards the 4 to 6 o'clock range. So it could be a good thing. It is a good thing. We'll get most of play finished up, but we'll watch the line of showers and storms for later today. It's not a problem this morning. Looking out at a little bit more traffic here. Gates opening 7 o'clock, and looking at, of course, the temperatures remaining into the lower to mid 60s here. 64 with south winds at 7. Again, expected to pick up some warmth later today, but that line of showers and thunderstorms that'll be moving in will affect our forecast later on today. So we're looking at temps across Columbia, Richmond, Aiken County to be about the middle and in some spots the upper 80s. About 86 in Augusta, Hephzibah, Appling 87. But the showers and thunderstorms through late today and tonight. Weekend forecast looks a whole lot better. More sunshine and cooling temperatures, probably in some areas in the 70s, Jess.
We continue to follow breaking news this morning. An accident on Cherokee Drive in Aiken County is fatal. News 12's Rhea Spigner is there now with details on what she saw while at the scene. Rhea.
Jess, I am on Cherokee Drive right now. I mean, the scene just cleared up moments ago. I was going to show you the truck getting towed away, but it literally just happened seconds ago. When I did first arrive on the scene here, the car was still, smoking. Firefighters were working to try to get someone out of that car, and they did put up a sheet. I think we have some video for you so you can visualize that scene, but we do have those details. It did happen here on Cherokee Drive near Sunfest Drive. It was a male driver. He was driving a 1988 Ford truck. He was traveling east on Cherokee Drive when he crashed into a tree, and then that vehicle caught fire. There are no other persons identified at this time that were in the car. We do not know the name of the victim yet, but of course we are working to get those details for you, and we will have them as soon as we possibly can. Please stay with us at WRDW.com, and we will continue to keep you updated on this fatal accident on Cherokee Drive. Jess?
Rhea, thank you for that. We do know all that information coming from the Aiken County coroner. We'll check back in throughout the day. Thanks, Rhea. It is day 2 of the Masters tournament, and a group of wounded veterans getting to spend it at Augusta National. News 12's Julie Calhoun joins us live on Washington Road. Julie, where are they from? Where are they coming from here?
Well, Jess, some of them are actually local right here in Augusta, and others are coming from across the country. But 7 wounded soldiers are with the Veteran Golf Association, and they're getting ready to go into Augusta National this morning. They were invited to come to Augusta, and actually getting to go to the Masters was a big surprise for them. But they say the game of golf actually helps them in more ways than one. Josh Payton fought for our country for 20 years, and this week he retired from the military and is having a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at the Masters.
Being able to get, 6 or 7 wounded veterans into the Masters just so they can, touch the hallowed grounds and be able to walk around where other great golfers have walked. It's been a pretty humbling experience.
7 wounded warriors from across the country with the Veteran Golf Association came to Augusta and is having an experience that will last with them forever. They met Green Jacket winner Larry Mize, Darren Clark, and even got to rock out with Darius Rucker.
These guys have sacrificed a lot for our country, and they've done a lot so that people are free to walk around at Augusta National, and just them having the opportunity to do it was a really neat experience.
The love of golf means so much more to veterans.
And golf, unlike any other sport, just has the ability to bond people together through camaraderie and So with the Veteran Golfers Association, that's really kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to get soldiers that have, possibly experienced some pretty bad things fighting for our country. They might have been injured in the line of duty, and we just want them to get out and be social and active and competitive through the game of golf.
Peyton says in the wounded veteran community, they don't really talk about what they've gone through, but on the course, there's an unspoken bond.
Just be friends with one another and support one another, and that's really what I think the power of golf does for veterans.
And it's that power of golf that helped Josh after a horrific crash in Iraq.
I was getting medevaced out of Iraq. I just remember, my hand being pretty mangled, and I just thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if I will ever hold a golf club again. So just being able to put a golf club in my hands, pretty special.
We lost her mic there, though. Julie, great story. Thank you for that. Newly released dashcam video shows the start to the confrontation that ended with the shooting death of an unarmed South Carolina black man. The video shows the North Charleston officer pulling over the car for a broken taillight and asking for license and registration. You can see 50-year-old Walter Scott run away from the car and Officer Michael Slager chase after him. Scott's family says there was a warrant out for his arrest for missed child support. The dash cam video doesn't show the shooting, but a witness's cell phone video does. Fiden Santana says he didn't know the impact of what he was recording at first.
I wasn't scared. I didn't fear anything. Just, it was something that I never, imagined that would happen, and maybe that was the reason why I didn't, why I wasn't scared of this.
That video has been credited as the reason Slager is no longer a police officer and is facing a murder charge. Santana says he spoke to Scott's mother, who believes divine intervention was why he was there at that moment. And SLED is also investigating another deadly police shooting, this one in Spartanburg County. The sheriff's office there says narcotics investigators tried to serve a search warrant at a home, and a man pointed a gun at two officers. The officers opened fire, killing 28-year-old Philip Burgess. He died at the scene. And in Georgia, the GBI is looking into several officer-involved shootings from the past several months, but the agency's director says they'll need more resources as police departments request state agents to take lead on the investigations. He says his counterparts across the South are also dealing with the decreased workload. A developing story this morning. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office is investigating allegations of rape against a Richmond County deputy. An incident report says a 33-year-old Martinez woman is accusing 35-year-old Jason Turner of sexual assault. She reported that Turner assaulted her at his house in Columbia County yesterday. Deputy Turner has not been charged with any crime. Richmond County deputies are looking for who shot a man at the River Glen Apartments in Augusta Wednesday night. Investigators say they found Alonzo Henderson shot on the ground near the entrance of the building on East Telfair Street. The incident report says Henderson didn't see who fired the shots. Henderson is expected to recover. The Barnwell County coroner is identifying the victim of a deadly accident on Highway 37 as 22-year-old Willie D. Williamson. The coroner says it appears Williamson lost control of his car and hit a tree around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. The coroner says he was not wearing a seatbelt. An autopsy is set for today. South Carolina Highway Patrol is investigating. And South Carolina police are trying to find a child's mother after the newborn was found alive in a dumpster yesterday. Two boys heard cries at an apartment complex dumpster and found the baby in a plastic bag. Her umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck. The boys called 911 and their mother cared for the child until medical help got on scene. Officials say the little girl is now stable. And officials say the University of South Carolina student found dead last month had 4 times the legal limit of alcohol in his body. The coroner says Charles Torini Jr. had a blood alcohol level of 0.375. He was found dead the morning after St. Patrick's Day in an off-campus home. The college freshman's fraternity Pi Kappa Alpha is suspended while Columbia police investigates. family, friends, and the city of Augusta, marking the 40th anniversary of the first black man to play in the Masters tournament. Lee Elder broke the color barrier 40 years ago. Comedian Chris Tucker emceed last night's event. Darius Rucker and Herman Cain both spoke. The city declared yesterday Lee Elder Day in Augusta. Elder says he feels he has made a contribution and can see how far society has come.
It's like night and day because the past was so dark and gloomy, and the present today is so bright.
But he also distinguished himself with the things he had to contend with to succeed in what was previously an all-white sport. So I'm a great admirer of Lee Elder, pro golfer.
Now, some question why Augusta National isn't marking the occasion. Chairman Billy Payne says they only honor anniversaries as they relate to winners of the tournament, but they were happy to give credentials to Elder and his family to celebrate. State and local leaders are rolling out the red carpet to bring in more business to Georgia and Augusta. They welcome business owners in Augusta this Masters Week to hear a sales pitch about why this area is a great place to open up shop. They headed back to Atlanta yesterday, but will be back tomorrow for tournament play. An Associated Press investigation found there have been 268 breaches at 31 major U.S. airports since 2004. That means things like jumping or breaking down a fence. No breach was terrorism related. And in Atlanta, there's been 5 perimeter breaches in that time. An update to the wild chase throughout Maryland after an alleged kidnapping. What authorities are saying about the condition of the suspect and victim now.